Today we are going to be using the Cheers to the Season stamp set. This is a stamp set. It is currently on sale. Hopefully it has not gone. All right, it's about 23 Canadian dollars right now. And if you live in Canada, you can order with me. I have the link up above or down below. I think it's down below. So you might want to grab that. Cheers to the Season. Yay! This is what we're going to be using today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Tina Kvergich, and I am Northern Stamper. I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located just east of Toronto in Ajax. If you're located anywhere in Canada, you can order with me. You can come to a class that's online, or if you're close enough, you can come to some of my in-house events. I have one coming up in April, which is going to be smashing. I'm telling you, it's all about technique. I know how to design cards and put cards together, but one of the things I had a hard time with was techniques. Like, there are so many different techniques out there, and I thought, why not bring it all in one spot and teach it to you guys? It's a two-day event. It's located out in Oshawa. If you have any questions, you could drop a comment below or email me at northernstamper@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to send that out to you. It's a two-day stamp camp event, all about techniques. We're going to be learning techniques. We're going to be making cards. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be like gifts. There's going to be lots of fun. You don't want to miss it. You want to be there. Anyways, so Stampin' Up! Has announced there is a new kit out. It is called Painted Wishes for $20. It's a non-stamping kit. So actually, this is a great idea for a Christmas gift. Ding, ding. Christmas gift, 20 bucks. You know, everything you need in a little kit. It is phenomenal. It's fantastic. Now, talking about Christmas gifts, if you want to order anything for Christmas to arrive on time, you need to either order today or by the 7th. I wouldn't push it beyond that. If you're in Canada, do not push it beyond the 7th of December for it to arrive in time for like about December 22nd. Or you're pushing it on December 23rd. So really, I would order today, and just to make sure your items get there on time. So there is a Painted Wishes, no stamping, all inclusive. Everything you need is inside the kit, 20 bucks. Great Christmas presents. You can also get a gift certificate from Northern Stamper. That's me. If you want to give a gift of like $50 or $100 to somebody, comment or email me at northernstamper@gmail.com, and I'll set that up. And a gift certificate is good for, there is really no end date on it. So you can give the gift, and they can order either now, or they can order, you know, with Celebration, or when the new catalog comes out in April. There's no time limit on that. I keep that on file, and they place an order with me. Now, this only works if you place an order directly. You purchase with me, and they have to order directly with me, because I apply that discount to that order then. Also, coming up, there is new paper coming in January, new mini catalog. And in the mini catalog is 8 beautiful packs of designer series paper. And I'm doing a paper share. Now, I have limited quantities of that. So if you want that, comment below or email me, northernstamper@gmail.com, and get on the list. Those that pay are on the list and will definitely get a pack. So definitely, you have to sign up and you have to pay right away, because like I said, I have very limited packages for that one going out January. Anyways, so that was it. Don't forget gift certificates. Ordering this week, no later. Don't wait. Just order today for items to arrive on time for Christmas. Painted Wishes, which is the all-inclusive kit for $20. Oh, I forgot to add on. Right now, I have, in December, a very special ordering bonus. If you order with me, either online or directly with me, and use my host code. Hold on, there it is. Host code. Can you see my host code? Right there. Boop, boop. I also have it linked below. If you use the host code and order with me in December, by December 23rd, I will send you a retired stamp set as a thank you gift. Okay, I have a bunch of stamp sets that are brand new. And you know what? It's going to be like a mystery stamp that you get. They're fantastic. So I have a lot of those, and you know, it's going to be a roll of the dice which ones you get. So, or you get, I will toss in a free stamp set as a thank you. You know, sometimes I put in little embellishments, but this time, forget it. December, I thought, you know, I'm just going to give it away. I'm going to give away the stamp set. Okay, so in the meantime, cheers to the season. You're here to learn how to make a card, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So my handy dandy cameraman is going to be helping me out here. And so let's get started. So take a look. If you have any questions, northernstamper@gmail.com is my name. My name, if you're looking online, it is Tina Kvergic, KVRGIC. Make sure you watch how you spell that. Okay. There is the host code. As I mentioned, it is linked below. All right. Cheers to the season. Let's get started on that. So cheers to the season. I chose this one because one, it had this one for Christmas, and that's the one we're going to use today. I also like this So Thankful because, you know, I love fall cards. So this is a really nice one. Works well with baby wipes technique, which you can learn in April. But I really bought it for this goblet here. I really love that. I got some great ideas on that. And what we're going to do this time today, because you know what? When I packed up the items for the trailer, you pack with what you can hold in a trailer. So today is going to be either Sweet Sorbet and or Night of Navy for ink. You know, last month we were using Memories and More cards. So what I'm going to be doing is using either the Memories and More card bases for this card. So I'm going to be using Sweet Sorbet, or possibly maybe the Balmy Blue. I don't know. I've also cut one apart. There's one cut apart, and I'm going to be using the back as the white, okay? When you're traveling, you got to make the most of what you got. So I'm going to be using this. You can always scale it down to a regular size card, but like I said, we're going to be using these card bases, all right? So we got the ink, we got the card bases. Not sure which color I want to use. Okay, I've got my white pieces here that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be bringing in some designer series paper. This has the Sweet Sorbet. I might be using some of that, and some of the designer series paper pre-cut from some of the, I think this is Bright and Shining. We're going to be using some of these little lights on peeking out from the card. Now this design is quite interesting. And what I have done is we're going to be stamping first. So because I have some limited items in the trailer, I'm going to be winging it. Just love it. So what we're going to do is, let's get started. I have this piece of basic white. Okay, yes, it's the back of the card, but it's the white. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp in Night of Navy on the middle of the card, and I'm going to be using this 'Tis the Season. Now this is all in one stamp set, as you can see. Whoops, right here. Oh, there's a boo-boo on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay, so let's get started. I got that. I'm going to ink it up, and when you're inking, don't forget to pat and turn, because sometimes the ink will pool in one particular area of the ink pad or not. So you're going to turn it over and double check. I can see there's a few spots missing some ink there. All right, so let's look. I can see there a couple of there. So again, pat and turn. I think it's getting better. Good. This is a very juicy. All right. Now you'll notice that I got some on the very edge. Now the trick is with this, straight up and down stamping, okay? So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, down, press, and up. So it is just a straight press down and up on that, okay? So we have this in the middle, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my stamp. And we're going to be doing another color with the exact same stamp on a different piece of white. Okay, so I got that. Let's just close this ink pad up so we don't stick our finger in it. I don't know about you. My fingers always seem to find an opened ink pad. Okay, this is Sweet Sorbet. So what I want to do is I'm going to stamp another image like this, but I'm going to do it in Sweet Sorbet. So let's move this out of the way. I've got a scrap piece of paper. And the reason I'm using a scrap piece of paper is because I'm going to be cutting out some of the images like 'Tis the End Season. I'm going to be cutting those out. So ink it up, pat and turn. Can't tell. Looks like it's fully inked. And let's go again, straight up and down. And if it doesn't turn out, that's okay. There's another side. All right, so you can see I have them both stamped, but what I'm going to do is cut these guys out. Okay. Now, before I glue items together, I'm going to show you some different ways that we're going to be using them. Okay, so let's get our little snips. We're just going to cut these guys out, and I'm just going to kind of follow it along. And remember, when you're using snips, you're moving the paper, not your scissors, and to cut. So I'm just going to kind of cut this around. I think it's about there. I'm going as close as I can without going into the image itself. All right, let's keep going. Now this is the part that just takes a little bit of time. Okay, you just take your time doing this. All right, we're not in a rush. Comment below if you've already started sending out your Christmas cards. You still have, I think, a few days left for getting them out in Canada Post. All right, so we've got one. I'm going to be laying that on top, and I'm going to do the other one. Cut the other one out. Now I had
Gail, and sorry to interrupt, Gail and Carol say hi, and Carol suggests having a Stamparatus.
Oh, that is good. Yes, a Stamparatus. Sadly, they don't have those anymore, but if you have a Stamparatus, that is a great way to do multiple cards of the same item. You get a lot done. They work wonderfully if you have one.
Carol has responded too. She has not mailed a card yet. Not yet.
Ah, Carol, come on. All right, so we got those cut out. So what we can do, actually, is we can just leave it like that. But you know what? It looks kind of plain. So I'm going to be getting the other card base. So there's my card base, right? So we got it there. I can just place it on top. Now that looks kind of plain. Well, you know what? That's okay. That can work. That can work. But let's do something a little bit different. I like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this from the top and bottom. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out. Right? Looking good. So I'm just trying to show you different ways that you can place a card together. So let's get our trimmer. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm cutting top and bottom. So it's kind of somewhat even in there. Right? So we got that. Now, if we place it on here, look, I can just do that. And again, you know what? That would work. That totally would work for a card, right? But you know what? I want to add a little bit more to this card. Let's see. What if we added, you see these little stripes? What if we added some of these stripes? Okay. Now, we can do a small amount, but you know what? That kind of wastes a lot of it behind this white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to about 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. And actually, this last piece I can use somewhere else. So let's use that somewhere else. And if I tuck this behind, right, we got the Sweet Sorbet. And there we go. If I add a bow, that's okay. That would work too. But you know what? I think I want to add a little bit more. let's just add a little bit more. Why not? So I'm going to take these little strips that I had with the little lights. I love these little lights. Okay. I'm going to add these to the top and the bottom. All right. I'm going to have those kind of peeking out. You know what? That looks good. But I'm going to show you something else. Let's leave this for a moment. I'm going to try something. I wanted to try something, and let's see if this would work. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut a piece. This is a card base from the Memories of More. And I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. I'm going to cut it 4 by 6. All right. Whoops. Sorry, cameraman. Okay. So I'm going to have this 4 by 6. I got the white. Now, normally what I would want to do is pick up the color of the navy. So this would have been, you could use Night of Navy cardstock, which would work really well underneath. But I didn't have any as I was packing up. So I'm going to figure out how to do it. Something else. I had some ideas. So I want to add a little bit of a frame behind this. So what I'm going to do, move these out. I'm going to take this piece that I just cut. And so we got 2 options. We can use the bubbles. We can use the sploosh or the whatever, the swipe, whatever that is. And we can make our own Night of Navy edge around. So let's do that. I'm going to get this little swipe here, whatever it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. And I'm going to get my Night of Navy ink. And I'm going to actually get some paper. And I'm going to do it around the edge. So there's my, I don't know, what is that? A swoosh? A swipe? I don't know. I think they should come up with certain words on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up. Okay, I'm going totally, because I totally forgot the cardstock to bring along. And I wanted to show you, you may have forgotten things when you're packing up, but you know what? There's ways around things. So I'm going to ink it up around the edges. Okay, I'm taking my ink. And I'm going to ink around the edges. Okay. Just keep going around the edges. And you know what? If it's not perfect, that is okay. I'm actually liking this idea. See that the design that's coming out in this paper is actually really quite cool. So let's do a little bit more. I'm going all the way around. Actually, I think I'm liking this better than the cardstock because it adds something. This is looking really nice. Oops. And yeah, check out my nails. See? Oh, look at that. So I got my nails done. They got little stars on them. I had to show you. But sadly, it does not match any inks that I have here. All right, so I've gone all the way around on that card base with the Night of Navy. Now, let's see how that looks on here. Okay, I'm going to place that down. All right. I'm just wanting to show you, hey, that looks pretty cool just by itself, don't you think? I could just stamp in the middle and that's it. Hey, you know what? Okay. Left turn here. Completely not planned. Let's give this a try.
Uh-oh, are you going rogue?
Oh, yes, Carol, I am going rogue. So I'm just going to stamp this in the middle because, you know what? If it doesn't work, that's okay. I can put the stuff on stop. Oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. Okay, this is totally not what I had planned. That is looking awesome. I am actually loving that. So I'm going to take these little ones that I stamped, or in the different color. Oh, come on. There we go. Place those on top. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. And you know what? Add a couple of those little dotty things on the bottom here. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that looks great. Add with a bow and some embellishments. Oh my gosh, that turned out really nice. But that's not what I had planned. Okay, sorry. That was a total left turn. So there you go. There's a different design for you. Loving this. Loving this. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we got this in the middle. Let's place our little piece of white on top. So there we go. We got our white. And you know what? I think I want this edge to edge. I want this kind of maybe brought back a little bit. So let's cut this back, double check, to 4 inches. Just cutting off the little edge. Okay. There we go. Edge to edge. There we go. We can do that. All right, so there's that. Remember, we had our little pieces. Place them on top. Oh. Let's tuck in our little strips to add some color. So it's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Move these over. And I'm really liking that first card we did. Oh my goodness, that actually looks pretty nice by itself like that. Let's see what happens when we add in the little light bulbs. I don't know. Should we add the little light bulbs or should we leave them off? Comment below before I start gluing, and let's go with that. Okay, you know what? All right. I really am liking that first one there, though. I really like this one better. That's kind of funny. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. All right. I'm going to do 2. So let's glue these red stripes onto the back of this one here. Let's just glue that.
We've got 1 vote for the light bulbs and 1 vote for no light bulbs.
Oh dear. Isn't that the way it goes? Oh my. Oh my. I wonder if we can make 3 cards. Okay. I'm just going to add these to the back. Just peeking out a little bit. Okay. And let's get, I want to, because I taped those down, flip that back, add a little adhesive so it sticks. I usually just do the tape just to position it. Okay. There we go. I'm going to place that on top. Okay. I can bring it over a little bit more if I wanted to. See, we can cut this down a little bit, and actually I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut the edges a little bit. A little smidgen on each side. Okay. There we go. This way I can have those edges all the way around. So there it would be. And oh, let's add these little light bulbs because we know for sure the light bulbs are going to go on. And we are going to place them on dimensionals. Okay. Placing these on dimensionals will add some height to that little piece here. Okay, so there we go. On the dimensional. Okay, on the back of this, we'll add a little bit. I'm going to pop that on top. There we go. Now, because I have the pieces here, and I'm still not sure if we're doing light bulbs or not. I think I like it without the light bulbs. That seems to be a little bit more kind of cleaner. I really am loving this edge that we did. I've got 2 ribbons here. So you let me know. Should we do the navy ribbon or the red ribbon? I'm not sure. So I'm going to let you decide on which type of ribbon we're going to be adding. So I wanted to show you that sometimes when you have a card planned, sometimes it just doesn't come out the way you want, but that's okay. Just go with the flow and it always ends up to be beautiful. So should we go with the navy or should we go with the red ribbon? Any comments?
Got 1 vote for red. And that's it for the ribbon, actually.
All right. We are going with the red ribbon. Okay. So we can make just a plain old bow and just toss it on. Or what we can do is kind of wrap it around. And I'm actually going for the wraparound kind of idea. I like that. So because this is a thinner ribbon, I think it's going to do much nicer if I do a little bit of wrapping on there. And I don't mean the kind that where I sing. I would not do that to you. That'd be just horrible. So I'm going to take this little piece. I'm going to get some tape. I'm going to tape it on the back. bring it around on the edge here. And I can either just do one, or I can go back on itself and do two. So let's do one. And I'm going to go back. And there's two. See how there's two? Because it's a thin ribbon, I can get away with doing that. So I'm going to actually do the two.
Gail makes an interesting comment. She says she'd be inclined to make 2 cards out of that stamp set rather than just the one.
Oh, that's a great idea. You know what? There are so many that you can actually do. I'm really liking this one here. I would just do that too. All right. So we got that on top. Let's glue that down so we know for sure this is where we're going to place it. Okay. Sometimes things just don't go the way you think they are. That's okay. I'm going to tape that down. And we know that this piece is going to be on the card base. So again, let's tape that down. All right, there we go. Got to make sure the card opens the right way. Okay, popping that on top. Right, so now we got a little piece of this ribbon left. I can make a bow. Right, I could make a bow. I know I can. I can do it. Yes, I can. Isn't that Bob the Builder? All right, so we can make a bow. And we can pop it on there. Oh, the bow looks so cute. That bow looks so cute. Actually, I'm going to go with the bow. Okay. Going with the bow. And I'm going to get one of the mini glue dots on the back of the bow. And I'm going to pop it right on there. Apparently it wants to stay with me. Up. Wants to stay with me. Let's try a different one. That one will stay with me for a while. We've become very close friends. Okay, try again. Place the bow on top. There we go. It's squished on top. And there we go. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, we got that. And let's add a little bit of Wink of Stella. We're going to add some Wink of Stella. Now, Wink of Stella is like a paintbrush, and it just adds a little bit of glitter. But the thing is, you don't want to wipe like a paintbrush. When you get your Wink of Stella, just do a little bit of dabbing, okay? Because this ink is water-based, and the Wink of Stella will actually kind of be like a paintbrush. So we're going to dab a little bit onto these little pieces that are sticking up, the little bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to dab and add a little bit. It just adds a little bit of glitter to these baubles. Now, if you want, going to do that on those ones too. What you can do is, if you have embellishments, you can add some embellishments around. You can actually have some of these dots a little bit more on around there, like we did on the one underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So this is the card that we did today, and I'm going to show you the actual card that I started with. Okay, so there we go. This is today's card. All right, put this up here. Make sure you can see all that. So this is today's card, and this is the mock-up. So then you can notice the difference. There are the lights around with the Night of Navy card base as a mat. It's kind of the same design, but I don't know, which one do you like? Do you like today's card? I really like today's card with the edge around. That is really, really nice. Or do you like the light bulbs? Don't forget, if you have any questions, northernstamper@gmail.com. Don't forget to order with the host code for by December 23rd to receive a free stamp set from me. My name is Tina Kavergich, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. In the meantime, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. And cheers to the season. Next week, we will be using this one here, the Goblet of Fun. Oh, that sounds great. I love that. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Comment on your favorite card. And if you have any questions, drop me a line. Talk to you later. I'm having a great time with you. See you next week. Bye-bye.